There is a unique kind of quiet that arrives long after the sun has set. It isn't just the absence of noise. It is a profound stillness in which the day's distractions fall away, leaving you alone with the gentle rhythm of your own breathing and the thoughts that were too quiet to be heard in the light of day. In this deep, velvet darkness, a particular feeling can surface. It's not a loud, crashing panic, but a slow, creeping dread, a quiet terror that whispers about a future you do not want to meet. It is the fear of losing your grip, of the world becoming too heavy, too fast, too complicated. It is the fear of becoming a version of yourself you do not recognize, a version that needs more than it can give. The fear of losing the one thing you have guarded so fiercely your entire life, your independence. What if, however, that independence is not the source of your value? What if your worth, your true and unshakable dignity, has never been measured by the strength in your hands or the certainty of your step? Over our time together, we will gently explore this idea. We will walk toward this fear, not to fight it, but to understand it, to sit with it as a guest, not an intruder, and to discover a deeper well of strength you may not have known was there. And so, for now, let us begin the simple act of arriving right where you are. There is nothing else you need to do, nowhere else you need to be. This time, this space, right here and now, is entirely yours. Allow your body to settle into the surface that supports it. Feel the weight of you, held completely. Notice the fabric of the blankets against your skin, the gentle pressure of the pillow beneath your head. These are the simple, grounding sensations of the present moment. They are your anchors to the here and now. Let your eyes drift closed, if they haven't already. The darkness behind your eyelids is not an emptiness to be feared, but a sanctuary. It is a private world, a safe harbor where you can let down your guard. Here, you don't have to be strong for anyone. You don't have to prove anything. You can simply be. Now, bring your awareness to your breath. Don't try to change it or control it. Just observe it. The gentle rise of your chest or belly as you breathe in, and the soft, complete release as you breathe out. Each breath is a quiet rhythm, a constant companion that has been with you every moment of your life. With each exhale, imagine you are releasing the day that has just passed. Let go of the conversations, the tasks, the worries. Picture them dissolving like mist, leaving behind only the calm, steady presence of your own being. They are not important right now. What is important is this act of turning inward, of creating a sacred space for yourself. This space isn't about perfection. It's about permission. You have permission to feel whatever you are feeling. If there is fear, let it be there. If there is anxiety, allow it to exist. We are not here to banish these feelings, but to make room for them, to see them without judgment, as if they were simply clouds passing through the vast, open sky of your awareness. The sky does not fight the clouds. It simply holds them, knowing they are temporary and that its own nature, vast, clear, and blue, is unchanging behind them. Your core self is like that sky. Your inherent worth is the sky. The fears, the worries about the future, the grief for what might be lost. These are the clouds. They can be dark and stormy, but they cannot harm the sky itself. They are simply passing through. Tonight, we set a single, gentle intention. The intention is to explore the idea that your worth is not tied to what you can do. It is not defined by your ability to walk, to work, to remember, or to manage on your own. Your worth is fundamental. It is the simple, profound fact of your existence. It is the story written in your heart, the love you have given and received, the wisdom you have gathered through a lifetime of experience. It is the core of you that has been there since your very first breath and will be there with your very last. Think of it this way. A great ancient mountain is no less majestic on a day it is shrouded in fog than on a day it stands clear against a blue sky. Its dignity is not in its visibility, but in its very being, its solid, enduring presence. Your dignity is the same. It is your presence. It is the unchangeable truth of who you are, beneath all the roles you play and all the things you do. So as you rest here, on the edge of sleep, allow this idea to be a seed planted in the quiet soil of your mind. You don't need to force it to grow. You don't need to analyze it or even fully believe it right now. All you have to do is create the space for it, a space of warmth, of curiosity, of gentle acceptance. Let your body grow heavier. Feel a sense of softening spread from the tips of your toes, up through your legs, melting away any tension held in your hips and your back. Allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears, releasing the weight they have been carrying all day long. Soften the tiny muscles around your eyes and let your jaw be slack and easy. This is a physical act of letting go, a declaration to your body and your mind that for this time it is safe to rest. It is safe to be held. The work of the day is done. The work of worrying about tomorrow can be set down just for tonight. Here, in this stillness, you are simply a human being, worthy of rest, worthy of peace, worthy of love, exactly as you are. Nothing more is required of you. Just breathe and allow the quiet to hold you. We are only at the beginning of this journey, and there is no rush. There is only this moment, this breath, and the gentle permission to be at peace. As you continue to rest in this quiet space, held by the stillness of the night, perhaps we can gently turn our attention toward that feeling we named earlier, that deep, quiet dread. We don't need to be afraid of it. We are just going to look at it with curiosity, the way you might study a strange and ancient stone you found in your garden. For so many of us, our independence is not just a skill, it is a fortress. Think about that for a moment. A fortress you have been building your entire life, stone by heavy stone. Each stone is a success, a moment you handled things on your own. The first time you tied your own shoes, the day you moved into your own place, the challenge at work you navigated, the family crisis you managed, the lonely night you weathered, each one a testament to your capability, and this fortress has served you well. It has been your armor in a world that can often feel harsh and unpredictable. Inside its walls, you felt safe, in control, defined. To be self-reliant was to be secure. It became more than just what you did. It became who you are. The phrase, "I can do it myself," was not just a statement of ability, but a declaration of identity, a quiet anthem of the soul. This profound link between who you are and what you can do is one of the deepest narratives we learn. It is a source of immense pride, and rightfully so. The ability to stand on your own 2 feet, to know that you can count on yourself, is a powerful and validating experience. It has shaped your character, honed your resilience, and earned you the respect of others, and, most importantly, of yourself. So, it is no wonder that the thought of those fortress walls crumbling feels so terrifying. It's not just about the practical fear of needing help. It runs much deeper. The fear whispers that if the fortress falls, then you will fall. That the identity you have so carefully constructed will dissolve, leaving you exposed, vulnerable, and unrecognizable to yourself. If I am not the capable one, the strong one, the one who manages, then who am I? This question can feel like a vast, dark chasm opening up beneath you. Let's not try to answer that question right now. Instead, let's simply notice where it lives inside of you. As you lie here, breathing gently, bring your awareness into your physical body. Let your attention drift like a soft feather, scanning without any need to change or fix anything. Just notice. Where does this story of the fortress, this fear of losing it, make itself known? For many, it settles in the chest. A tightness, a pressure, a sense of an invisible shield around the heart. It's the feeling of bracing, of holding your emotional self in, protected and defended. Take a breath into that space, not to force it open, but just to acknowledge it. I feel you there. I know you are trying to protect me. Perhaps you feel it in your stomach, a low, persistent knot of anxiety, a queasy, unsettled feeling that comes with the thought of an uncertain future. This is the body's primal intelligence, signaling a potential threat to your safety and your world as you know it. Again, simply notice it with a gentle kindness. Or maybe it's in your jaw. Do you find your teeth are slightly clenched, even in rest? This is the physical manifestation of grit, of determination, of pushing through. It's the tension of a lifetime of, I've got this. Allow your jaw to soften just for this moment, letting that effort go. It might be in your shoulders, which can feel as though they are carrying the weight of the world, perpetually raised in a state of vigilance. Let them sink a little deeper into the surface beneath you, releasing a burden you might not have even known you were carrying. Wherever you feel it, or even if you feel nothing at all, it's okay. We are simply being kind witnesses to the way our body holds our history. Now, let's listen to the narrative itself, the story that fuels the fortress. For decades, a voice has likely been narrating your life, and its script has been remarkably consistent. It says, I must be strong. It says, I must not be a burden to anyone. It whispers, if you need help, you have failed. It insists, I have to do it all myself, because that is the only way to be safe, to be worthy. This narrative is like a soundtrack that has been playing in the background for so long, you may not even hear it as music anymore. It has become the sound of the air itself. We are not here tonight to judge this story. It is not wrong or bad. In fact, this story is what helped you build the fortress in the first place. It was a strategy for survival, a way to navigate life and create a sense of order and safety. It has been a loyal, if demanding, companion. But tonight, for the first time, we are stepping back and simply observing it. We are noticing the script. We are seeing it not as an absolute truth, but as one story among many possible stories. You are the observer now, watching the film of your own inner world, seeing the steadfast character you have always played, the hero who never asked for help. And in seeing it, in feeling it in your body, in hearing its relentless script, you begin a subtle but profound shift. You are no longer completely lost inside the story. You are the consciousness that is aware of the story. And in that space of awareness, a new kind of freedom begins to dawn. There is nothing more to do with this insight for now. The simple act of seeing the fortress, feeling its weight, and hearing its song is more than enough. You have bravely turned to face a deep fear, and for tonight, that is a victory. Allow these thoughts to now recede, like the tide going out, leaving the shore of your mind clean and calm. Return to the simple, easy rhythm of your breath. In and out, held and released. Rest now. You have done enough. As you drift in this peaceful state, suspended between wakefulness and sleep, let's continue our gentle exploration. We have acknowledged the fortress of independence and the story that built it. Now, let's be brave enough to look at what that fortress is designed to protect you from. Let's dare to name the unnameable fears that pace like restless guards along its walls. Voicing a fear does not give it more power. It does the opposite. When a fear is kept in the dark, unspoken, it grows into a monstrous shadow, far larger than its actual form. But when we bring it into the gentle light of our awareness, when we give it a name, it begins to shrink. It becomes something we can see, understand, and relate to, rather than a formless dread that haunts us. So, with the utmost compassion for yourself, let's give voice to some of these specific terrors. The thought of needing help with the most private, intimate tasks of daily life. The kind of help that requires you to surrender a boundary you have held sacred your entire life. For a person who has prided themselves on self-sufficiency, this can feel like the ultimate loss of dignity. It's the fear of being seen in a state of complete vulnerability, of having your body become a task for someone else to manage. It touches on our deepest needs for privacy and control over our own physical being. This fear is not vain or selfish. It is a profoundly human response to the thought of losing the very last bastion of personal autonomy. It is okay to feel a deep, visceral no to this possibility. Let that feeling be present without judgment. There is another layer to this: the fear of losing autonomy in your daily choices. Imagine not being able to decide what you will eat for breakfast, or when you will get out of bed, or who will come into your home. The small freedoms that make up the texture of a life, the ones we take so for granted, can suddenly seem like the most precious jewels. The thought of this control shifting to someone else, no matter how well-meaning they may be, can feel like a cage slowly being built around you. It's the fear of your life no longer feeling like your own, the fear of your voice, your preferences, your desires becoming secondary to the logistics of your care. This is a fear of losing your agency, your role as the author of your own day-to-day existence. And then there is a fear that is perhaps even more subtle, but just as profound: the fear of invisibility. This is the worry that as your needs grow, people will stop seeing you. They will no longer see the person who loves classical music, who has a wicked sense of humor, who knows how to fix a leaky faucet, who holds a lifetime of stories and wisdom in their heart. Instead, they will only see a collection of needs, a list of tasks, a diagnosis, a schedule to be managed. You fear becoming an object of care rather than a subject of a life. The terror is that your essential self, the vibrant, complex person you know yourself to be, will become invisible behind the veil of dependency. That you will be loved out of obligation, not out of a genuine connection with the person you still are on the inside. It's the fear of being talked over, decided for, and ultimately erased. These fears are not exaggerations. They are real, and they are valid. As we name them, you might feel a part of you rise up in powerful resistance, a voice that says, I would rather die than live that way. Listen to that voice. Honor it. Do not push it away or shame it for its intensity. This voice is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to your immense strength and your love of life. It is the warrior part of you, the part that has fought for your dignity, your freedom, and your identity for your entire life. This part of you is saying that a life without dignity is not a life it wants to live. That is an incredibly brave and honest declaration. So, let's honor it. Let's sit with it for a moment, in deep respect. Thank this part of you for its fierce loyalty, for its unwavering commitment to protecting your spirit. It is not wrong. It is simply telling you what is most sacred to you: dignity, selfhood, respect. By acknowledging this resistance, by honoring this warrior spirit, we create a space for something new to emerge. We are not trying to defeat this part of you. We are inviting it into a conversation. We are saying, I hear you. I understand your fear. I know you are trying to protect me. What if we explored a different definition of dignity? What if there is a way to be both vulnerable and dignified? What if receiving care could be an act of grace, not an act of defeat? We don't have the answers yet, and that's okay. The goal for tonight is not to solve the problem. It is simply to create a safe space for the truth of your fears to be heard. You have spent a lifetime being strong, being brave, being the one who holds it all together. Tonight, you are being brave in a new way. You are being brave enough to be vulnerable with yourself, brave enough to name the unnameable. And in this act of naming, you are already beginning to reclaim your power. You are showing that you are not afraid to look into the darkness, and that you trust the light of your own awareness to guide you through it. So, let these heavy thoughts begin to soften now. They have been seen. They have been heard. They have been honored. Imagine them as guests who have had their say and are now quietly departing, leaving the room of your mind peaceful once more. Return your focus to the gentle anchor of your breath, the simple physical sensation of air moving in and air moving out. Each breath is a reminder that in this moment, you are safe. In this moment, you are whole. In this moment, you are at peace. Allow yourself to drift. Allow yourself to rest. The deepest part of you is wise and resilient, and it knows the way forward. Trust it. Rest now. As you continue to breathe softly, sinking deeper into a state of rest, I want to offer you a profound and simple truth. You are not alone in this. The fears you have just so bravely named, the fear of losing your independence, your privacy, your very self, are not a sign of some personal failing. They are not a weakness. They are, in fact, an essential part of the human experience. This fear is a deep, ancient current that runs through the river of humanity. It is felt by the strongest leaders, the most brilliant artists, the most capable parents, the most resilient survivors. To live a life of capability, to build a world with your own two hands, and then to face the possibility of that capability changing is a universal journey. It is a natural, logical, and even healthy response to a life of competence. You are not weak for feeling this way. You are exquisitely human. Think for a moment about your own life's work. Not just your career, but the entire project of building your life. Every decision made, every bill paid, every meal cooked, every problem solved. Your history of self-reliance is not just a series of actions. It is a masterpiece of endurance and strength. It is a testament to your character, your grit, and your unwavering commitment to standing tall in the world. You have navigated storms you thought would break you. You have found solutions where there seemed to be none. You have been the rock for others, the steady hand, the calm in the chaos. This is who you have been. This is the legacy of your strength. So, of course, the thought of this role changing feels devastating. It's like a master musician fearing the loss of their hearing, or a painter fearing the loss of their sight. Your capability has been your instrument, your medium for expressing who you are in the world. It makes perfect, logical sense that the thought of its loss would trigger a deep sense of grief and fear. This feeling is not a betrayal of your strength. It is the very proof of it. It shows how much you value the life you have built, how much pride you take in the person you have become. Let that sink in for a moment. This fear is not your enemy. It is a sign of your love for life, your love for your own capable self. It is a form of honor you are paying to the person you have worked so hard to be. Now, let me say something directly to that part of you that is so tired, the part that has been holding up the fortress for so long. You have been so strong for so long, and it is okay to feel tired of the fight. It is okay to feel weary of the constant vigilance, the pressure to always have the answer, to never show a crack in the armor. The sheer effort of maintaining that level of independence is immense. It requires a constant output of energy, physical, mental, and emotional. No one can sustain that forever, nor are we meant to. There is a season for everything in nature and in a human life, a season for building, for striving, for holding on tight. And there's also a season for softening, for receiving, for letting go. Feeling tired does not mean you have failed. It means you have given your all. It means you have shown up for your life with incredible force and dedication. And now, your body and your spirit may be whispering to you that a new season is approaching. A season that requires a different kind of strength. Not the strength of the clenched fist, but the strength of the open hand. Not the strength of the rigid oak, but the strength of the flexible willow that bends in the wind without breaking. We will talk more about this new kind of strength, but for now, just allow yourself the grace of acknowledging your exhaustion. Give yourself permission to feel the weight of the years of effort. There is no shame in it. There is only honor. You have earned your rest. Consider the great athletes of the world. After a lifetime of pushing their bodies to the absolute limit, there comes a time when they must retire from their sport. They don't see this as a failure. They see it as the natural conclusion of a magnificent effort. They honor the body that carried them through so many victories, and they learn to enjoy a new way of being, one that is not defined by their last performance. Your life of self-reliance has been your Olympic event, and you have performed with the heart of a champion. The feelings you are having now are part of that honorable retirement. It is the process of shifting your identity from the doing to the being. It is a sacred and important transition, worthy of respect and gentleness, not fear and shame. As you lie here, let this feeling of normalization wash over you like a warm, gentle wave. You are part of a vast community of strong, capable human beings who are all, in their own time, learning to navigate this same journey. Your experience is not isolating you. It is connecting you to one of the most fundamental aspects of the human condition. You are walking a path that has been walked by millions before you and will be walked by millions after you. There is a deep and quiet dignity in this shared experience. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a person on a journey. And on this journey, it is okay to be tired. It is okay to be scared. And it is more than okay to rest. Let the truth of this settle into your bones. You are not alone. What you are feeling is normal, and you have been so strong. Let that be enough for tonight. Let it be the lullaby that carries you into a deep and restorative sleep. Rest now. You are held. You are understood. As you rest in this space of acceptance, feeling the comfort of knowing you are not alone, let's zoom our lens out a little further. Let's look beyond your personal story and consider the world in which that story was written. Because the fortress of independence you built was not constructed in a vacuum. You had a blueprint, a cultural blueprint that has been handed down for generations. We live in a society that tells a very specific story about strength and weakness. From a very young age, we are taught to admire the hero who stands alone, the rugged individualist, the self-made person who pulls themselves up by their own bootstraps. Independence is praised as the ultimate virtue, while dependency is quietly, and sometimes not so quietly, framed as a failure. Think about the language we use. We talk about gaining independence as a milestone of success in childhood and young adulthood. But we talk about losing independence as a tragedy in later life. The narrative is linear and one-directional. You are supposed to become more and more independent, and any movement in the opposite direction is seen as a regression, a step backward. This cultural myth is everywhere. It's in the movies we watch, where the hero always saves the day by themselves. It's in the stories we tell about business leaders and innovators who forge their own path against all odds. It's in the subtle social cues that make it feel awkward or embarrassing to ask for help, as if doing so is an admission of defeat. We are steeped in a culture that celebrates the I far more than the we. This isn't to say that self-reliance is a bad thing. It has fueled incredible progress and personal achievement. But when it becomes the only story of a worthy life, it creates an impossible standard. It sets us up to feel a profound sense of personal failure when the natural, inevitable circumstances of life mean we can no longer do everything on our own. And so, the fear you feel is not just your own. It is a collective fear, amplified and validated by the world around you. When you feel that knot in your stomach at the thought of needing help, you are not just feeling your own anxiety. You are feeling the weight of this cultural programming. You are feeling the shame that our society has attached to the normal, human experience of needing others. This is why it can feel like such a personal failing. The story is so powerful, so pervasive, that we internalize it completely. We believe that if we can no longer manage on our own, we have somehow failed at the game of life. We believe we have become what the culture quietly fears most, a burden. But what if that story isn't the whole truth? What if it's a powerful and convincing myth, but a myth nonetheless? Tonight, right here in the safety and quiet of your own space, you have the opportunity to give yourself permission to question it, just to gently poke a hole in the logic. Is this all or nothing story? The story of total independence or total failure really the only way to live? Is it possible that there is another story, a wiser, more compassionate, and ultimately more human story? A story that has been forgotten but not lost. The truth is, pure independence is an illusion. No one is truly, completely self-reliant. Think about it. The food you eat was grown by farmers, transported by drivers, sold by grocers. The clothes you wear were designed, woven, and sewn by countless hands. The house you live in was built by a team of people with different skills. The knowledge in your head was passed down from teachers, authors, and thinkers throughout history. Our lives are, and have always been, a vast and intricate web of interdependence. We have just been trained to ignore the threads, to pretend we are standing alone when we are, in fact, being held up by an invisible network of connection at all times. The myth of the rugged individualist is a lonely one. It forces us into our fortresses, isolates us from one another, and fills us with shame when we can no longer maintain the illusion of complete self-sufficiency. It robs us of the joy and strength that comes from true connection, from the graceful dance of giving and receiving. So as you lie here, feel the weight of that cultural story. Acknowledge how heavy it is. And then, with a gentle breath, imagine setting that weight down beside you. You don't have to fight it or destroy it. You can just choose not to carry it tonight. You can give yourself permission to step outside of that story and simply be a human being in a human body, living a human life. And in a human life, there are times of great strength and capability, and there are times of vulnerability and need. Neither is better or worse. They are simply different seasons of the same journey. The culture may have taught you to fear the winter of your life, but winter has its own beauty, its own wisdom, its own quiet strength. It is a time of rest, of reflection, of turning inward, of relying on the warmth of the hearth and the community to see you through. Releasing this cultural weight doesn't happen all at once. It is a practice. But it begins with this moment of recognition. The moment you realize that the shame you feel is not entirely yours. It was given to you. And anything that was given to you, you can also choose to set down. For now, let that be enough. Let the simple awareness that there might be another way, another story, be a comforting thought. Let it soothe the part of you that has been trying so hard to live up to an impossible ideal. You are not a failure. You are a human being, waking up from a cultural dream. And in this waking, there is peace. There is freedom. There is a new kind of dignity waiting to be discovered. Rest in that possibility now. Let it carry you into sleep. Having gently set down the heavy weight of cultural expectation, we create a space of quiet tenderness. And in this safe, accepting space, another feeling may begin to surface. It is a feeling that is often hidden beneath the armor of fear and the busyness of resistance. It is the feeling of grief. Let's give ourselves permission to mourn the future self you always expected to be. This is a quiet, often unrecognized form of grief. You are not necessarily mourning a person who has passed away, but an image of yourself that you have held for a lifetime. The image of a self who is forever capable, forever in control, forever the one who helps rather than the one who is helped. This future self was your companion, your promise, your destination. You saw them striding confidently through their later years, mind sharp, body strong, life firmly in their own hands. And the possibility that this specific version of the future might not come to pass is a profound loss. It deserves to be mourned. Society doesn't give us much language for this kind of grief. We are expected to be brave, to adapt, to look on the bright side. But true healing, true adaptation, cannot happen until we have first honored what is being lost. To skip over the mourning is to build a new house on unstable ground. So tonight, let's create a sacred space for this sadness. You don't have to force tears or manufacture emotion. All you have to do is be willing to be gentle with the tender ache in your heart. The ache for the self you thought you would be. It's okay to be sad about this. It's okay to be angry or frustrated or just plain weary of it all. Imagine a great, wide, gently flowing river. This river is your awareness, your capacity to feel and to let go. Now, imagine these feelings of grief, of anger, of frustration, as leaves or branches floating on the surface of that river. Your task is not to stop the river, nor is it to grab onto the leaves and analyze them. Your task is simply to be the river, to allow these feelings to float into your awareness, to be seen, and then to let them continue on their journey downstream, carried by the gentle current. Here comes a feeling of frustration, a flash of, "It's not fair." See it, acknowledge it, and let it float on by. Here comes a wave of sadness for things you can no longer do as easily as you once could. Feel its poignancy. Let it be there. And then, let the river carry it onward. There might be fear, a sudden jolt of anxiety about what comes next. Notice it as another object floating on the water. It is not the river itself. It is just passing through. The nature of the river is to flow. The nature of your consciousness is to witness. By adopting this perspective, you prevent the feelings from getting stuck, from becoming a dam that blocks your life force. You are learning to feel them fully without becoming them. You are the vast, flowing presence that holds the feelings, not the feelings themselves. This is a profound skill, a form of emotional resilience that is born not of toughness, but of tenderness. With each breath you take, you can support this process. With each inhale, you can breathe in a sense of compassion and gentleness for yourself. You are breathing in kindness for the person who is feeling this loss. And with each exhale, you can release a small piece of the resistance. The resistance is the part of you that braces against the future, that tightens up against the sadness, that says, "I shouldn't feel this way." It is the tension you hold in your body from trying to stop the river from flowing. So, with your next exhale, consciously let go of some of that tension. Imagine you are breathing out the need to be strong right now. Breathe out the pressure to have it all figured out. Breathe out the subtle, exhausting effort of holding back your true feelings. Let each exhale be a deep sigh of release, a softening, a surrender. Not a surrender of defeat, but a surrender to the truth of this moment. The truth that it is hard. The truth that there is sadness here. And the truth that you are strong enough to feel it. This process is like a gentle cleansing. You are allowing the backed up waters of unprocessed emotion to finally begin to move. It might not feel comfortable, but it is a vital part of healing. Just as a wound cannot heal properly if it is not first cleaned out, our hearts cannot find a new kind of peace until we have allowed ourselves to grieve the losses we have endured. The loss of a past self, the loss of a future dream. These are real, and they are worthy of your tears, your anger, and your gentle attention. Remember the analogy of the seasons. Grief is a part of the autumn of the soul. It is the time when the leaves must fall from the trees. It can look like a time of dying, but we know it is a necessary preparation for the quiet rest of winter and the eventual new life of spring. You are simply allowing the leaves of an old identity to fall. It is a natural process. It is a sign that you are alive and adapting. So, Be the river tonight. Let the feelings flow. Breathe out the resistance. There is no timeline for grief. There is no right or wrong way to do it. There is only your willingness to be present with your own heart, with kindness and without judgment. This is an act of profound self-love. It is you telling yourself that every part of your experience is valid and worthy of care. You are tending to your own soul. And in this tender, honest space, a new kind of peace can begin to take root. A peace that is not based on being in control, but on being whole. Let this gentle flow carry you now toward the deep, healing ocean of sleep. You are safe. You are held. It is okay to let go. Rest now. As we continue to float on this gentle river of awareness, letting our feelings move through us, let's turn our attention to the sheer effort involved in holding it all back. Let's acknowledge the deep, bone-wearying exhaustion that comes from a lifetime of constant vigilance. For so long, you have been on guard, guarding your independence, guarding your strength, guarding the secret fears of your own vulnerability. This vigilance is a full-time job, and it is draining. It's the energy you spend proving to yourself and to others that you are still capable. The mental gymnastics of planning every task to make sure you can do it alone. The careful curation of your words so you never sound like you are complaining or asking for pity. The subtle physical bracing against a world that feels like it's moving too fast. This is the weight of the fight. The constant, low-level battle to maintain the fortress. It's the fight to appear fine when you're struggling, to seem energetic when you're exhausted, to look confident when you're feeling scared. And tonight, we are simply acknowledging that it is okay to let go of the fight. Just for now. In this safe, quiet space, the battle is over. You can lay down your arms. The world will not fall apart if you stop holding it up for a few hours. Your worth does not depend on you winning another battle tonight. In fact, your healing depends on you calling a truce. Let's use a physical image to help with this. Bring your awareness to your hands. Without actually doing it, imagine that for your entire life, you have been holding one of your hands in a tightly clenched fist. Your knuckles are white. Your muscles are bunched and hard. You have held it so tightly for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like for it to be open. This fist represents the effort, the control, the fighting, the holding on. It represents the narrative of, I must do it all myself. It has been a symbol of your strength and determination. But now, just feel the cost of that clenched state. The ache in the muscles, the strain in the wrist, the constant draining output of energy required just to keep it closed. Now, very slowly, in your mind's eye, begin to allow that fist to soften. Don't force it open. That would just be another form of effort. Instead, simply invite it to release. Imagine the tension beginning to dissolve, starting with the thumb. Let it ease away from the fingers. Then, feel the index finger begin to unfurl, just a little. Then the middle finger. It might feel stiff and strange at first. The muscles might not want to let go. That's okay. Be patient. Just continue to invite the release. One finger at a time, slowly, gently, until you can imagine your hand lying open, palm up, a receptive, resting hand. Feel the profound relief in that, the rush of circulation returning to your fingers, the release of decades of tension, the simple, beautiful peace of no longer clenching. This is what we are doing on a soul level tonight. We are moving from the clenched fist of constant control to the open hand of acceptance and rest. As you lie here, let this feeling of unfurling spread throughout your entire body. Let it move up your arms, releasing the tension in your shoulders. Let it cascade down your spine, allowing each vertebra to settle and be supported. Let it soften the powerful muscles in your legs, which have carried you so far for so long. They can rest now. Let this sense of release reach all the way to the muscles in your face, smoothing the brow, softening the eyes, unclenching the jaw. Let your entire being emulate the feeling of that open hand. Relaxed, receptive, at peace. There is an affirmation that can help anchor this feeling. You can repeat it silently to yourself, or just listen as I say it for you. It is safe to soften. Let that land. It is safe to soften. Your strength is not in your hardness. Your value is not in your rigidity. Right now, in this moment, your greatest strength lies in your ability to become soft, to yield, to rest. It is safe to rest now. The world will keep turning. The night will keep its watch. You have permission to completely and utterly let go. The vigilance is not required here. The armor is not needed. You are safe in your own presence, in your own breath, in this very moment. This act of softening is a radical act in a world that tells us to always be hard, to always be on. But it is the source of true resilience. The tree that doesn't bend in the storm is the one that breaks. By allowing yourself to soften, you are becoming more resilient, not less. You are allowing your life force to flow again, unhindered by the exhausting effort of resistance. You are letting go of the illusion that you can control everything, and in its place, you are finding the much deeper, quieter strength of trusting that you can handle what comes, not by fighting it, but by meeting it with a soft and open heart. This doesn't mean you will never be strong or capable again. It simply means you are learning that strength has more than one expression. There is the strength of the fist, and there is the strength of the open hand. For too long, we have only honored the first. Tonight, we are discovering the profound healing power of the second. So let your body be heavy, soft, and open. Let your mind be unclenched. Let your spirit rest. The fight is over. Peace is here, now, in this simple, profound act of letting go. Rest in this peace. It is your birthright. It is your sanctuary. It is your home. As you rest in this newfound softness, this peaceful state of the open hand, let's invite a new perspective to gently take root. We have been so focused on the story of independence, the fortress of the self standing alone. But what if there is a wiser, more ancient story? A story that nature has been telling us all along. This is the story of interdependence. Let's introduce this idea not as a concept to be analyzed, but as an image to be felt. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of an old-growth forest. The air is cool and smells of damp earth and pine. The light is dappled, filtering down through a canopy of leaves so dense it feels like the ceiling of a great cathedral. You are surrounded by giants, ancient trees that have stood on this spot for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. At first glance, they appear to be perfect models of the rugged individualism we so admire. They stand tall and separate, each one a magnificent specimen of strength and endurance, seemingly competing for its own patch of sunlight. This is the story our culture tells, the story of the lone, strong tree. But if you could see beneath the surface, you would discover a truth that is far more complex and beautiful. Underground, hidden from our view, is a vast and intricate network of roots. The roots of one tree reach out and intertwine with the roots of its neighbors. They form a complex, living web, that connects the entire forest. Scientists have called this the Wood Wide Web. Through this network, the trees are in constant communication. They share resources. A tall, healthy tree that is getting plenty of sunlight can send excess nutrients through this root system to a smaller, younger tree struggling in the shade. A tree that is sick or under attack from insects can send out chemical signals through the network, warning its neighbors to raise their defenses. They hold each other up. During a fierce storm, the intertwined roots of the community provide a collective anchor, making each individual tree far stronger and more stable than it could ever be on its own. None of them stand entirely alone. Their strength does not lie in their isolation, but in their connection. Their resilience is a function of their community. Their very survival depends on this hidden system of giving and receiving. This is interdependence. Now, bring that feeling, that image, into your own being. What if your life is not meant to be a story of a lone tree, but a story of a forest? You have spent so long focusing on the strength of your own trunk, the reach of your own branches, and that is a beautiful and important part of your being. But you have been part of a hidden root system all along. You have been giving and receiving support in countless ways your entire life. When you mentored a younger colleague at work, you were sending nutrients through the network. When you listened to a friend in crisis, you were sharing your strength. When you received a comforting word from a loved one after a hard day, you were drawing support from the system. We have just been trained to see these moments as exceptions to the rule, rather than the rule itself. The fear of becoming a burden comes from the lone tree perspective. In that story, needing help is a one-way transaction where you take and someone else gives, creating an imbalance. But in the forest story, it's not so simple. The flow of support is circular and dynamic. The tree that needs nutrients today may be the one providing shade for a new sapling tomorrow. The tree that is held up by its neighbors in a storm may, by its very presence, be shielding another from the wind. Receiving is not a sign of failure. It is an essential part of keeping the entire forest healthy. It is your turn to receive. By allowing someone to help you, you are not being a burden. You are activating the root system. You are completing a sacred circle. Let's try shifting the language in our minds. Let's take the heavy, shame-laden word burden and gently replace it with the warm, life-affirming word bond. When you ask for help, you are not creating a burden. You are creating a bond. You are giving another person the opportunity to express their love and care for you in a tangible way. You are allowing them the gift of giving. Think about it from the other side. When someone you love has needed you, has it felt like a burden? Or has it felt like a privilege to be able to show up for them, to ease their load, to remind them they are not alone? Helping those we love is one of the most meaningful experiences in life. It deepens our connection, gives us a sense of purpose, and strengthens the very bonds that make life worth living. By resisting help, by insisting on standing alone, you may inadvertently be denying your loved ones one of their most profound joys. You may be preventing the root system from doing what it is naturally designed to do: share the load. This is a huge shift in perspective, and it won't happen overnight. But just let the possibility settle in you. The idea that your vulnerability could be a bridge, not a chasm. that your need could be an invitation for deeper connection, not a reason for shame. You are not a lone tree. You are part of a vast, ancient forest, and the forest is wise. It knows that true strength is shared. It knows that survival is a team sport. It knows that there is no shame in leaning when you need to, because the entire system is designed to hold you up. Rest in the shade of this wise, old forest tonight. Feel your own roots beginning to remember their connection to others. There is so much strength there, so much peace. You are not alone. You are simply part of a beautiful, intricate, and supportive whole. In the deep, quiet peace of this forest, held by the wisdom of interconnected roots, let's gently turn our attention to one of the most sacred words in this entire conversation: dignity. For many of us, this word is inextricably linked to independence. The thought process is simple and powerful. To have dignity is to be in control of myself and my life, to not need anyone. Therefore, to lose my independence is to lose my dignity. This equation feels as solid and real as the ground beneath our feet. But tonight, let's be brave enough to question it. Let's pick it up, turn it over in our hands, and ask, is this definition of dignity the only one? Is it even the truest one? What if dignity is not about what you can do, but about who you are? Is dignity truly found in the act of never needing help? Or is it found in the quiet, unwavering truth of your inherent worth, a worth that exists completely independent of your abilities? Let's try to separate two things that have become tangled together: capability and value. Imagine a beautifully crafted, antique violin. When it is played by a master, it produces a sound of breathtaking beauty. Its capability is on full display. Now imagine that same violin, decades later, resting in a velvet-lined case. Its strings are broken, its wood is fragile. It can no longer be played. Its capability is gone. But is its value gone? Has its dignity been lost? No. In many ways, its value has deepened. It is now cherished not for what it can do, but for what it is. For the music it once made, for the history it holds in its delicate frame, for the beauty of its craftsmanship, for the stories it represents. Its worth has transitioned from being functional to being essential. It has become a treasure. You are like that violin. For much of your life, you have been celebrated for the beautiful music you could make, your ability to work, to create, to provide, to manage. Your capability was undeniable, but your dignity, your true and lasting value, was never in the music alone. It was, and is, in the instrument itself. It is in your spirit, your unique and unrepeatable consciousness. It is in the incredible story of your life that is written into your very being. It is in the love you have absorbed and the love you have given out, which vibrates within you still. Your dignity is not located in your hands that can no longer open a jar with ease. It is not in your legs that may tire more quickly. It is not in a memory that is less sharp than it once was. Those things are the strings of the violin. But you are the violin itself, and your worth is inherent, sacred, and untouchable. Nothing and no one can take that away from you. A change in your physical or mental abilities can no more diminish your dignity than a cloud can diminish the sun. The sun is still there in all its glory, even when it is temporarily obscured from view. Your essential self, your core of light and worth, is always present, regardless of the weather of your physical circumstances. Let's affirm this truth together. Let it sink into the deepest parts of your being. Silently, or just by listening, Let these words be true for you, right now. My worth is not measured by my abilities. Breathe that in. Let it fill the spaces that fear and doubt have occupied. Now, another part. I am worthy of love and respect, always. Feel the simple, profound truth of that. Not, I am worthy if, or I am worthy when. Just, I am worthy, always. This is a radical redefinition. It moves the source of your dignity from the outside, from your performance, your actions, your independence, to the inside. It places it in the one place it can never be lost, your own soul. When your dignity is located internally, it becomes an unshakable foundation. It means that you can be in a state of profound physical need and still be in a state of profound dignity. You can receive help with the most intimate of tasks and remain completely whole in your spirit, knowing that the person helping you is tending to the body, but your essential self is untouched, sovereign, and complete. Think of it this way. A king or a queen does not lose their royal status if they catch a cold and need to be brought soup in bed. Their need for care does not diminish their inherent position. In the same way, your need for care does not and cannot diminish the inherent royalty of your spirit. Your dignity is your birthright. It was bestowed upon you the moment you came into existence, and it will be with you until the moment you leave it. It is not a prize to be earned through self-reliance, nor is it a privilege that can be revoked due to dependency. It simply is. This is a truth you may need to remind yourself of again and again. The old story, the cultural story, is very loud, but this deeper, quieter truth is more powerful because it is real. It is the bedrock beneath the shifting sands of circumstance. So as you drift toward sleep, allow this new definition of dignity to be your anchor. Your worth is not in your doing, but in your being. You are the treasured instrument, not just the music you once played. You are the sun, not the passing clouds. You are worthy, always. Let this knowledge soothe you. Let it dissolve the fear that your value is fragile. It is not. It is the most resilient, enduring, and powerful thing about you. Rest in the quiet majesty of your own being. Rest in your unshakable dignity. Resting in the deep knowing of your inherent dignity, let's explore a new facet of this journey. We've spoken of the forest, where trees support one another, and of the strength in connection. Now let's look more closely at the mechanics of that connection, at the graceful, essential art of receiving. Our culture places immense value on giving. To be a giver is to be generous, strong, and good. We are taught that it is better to give than to receive. And while giving is a beautiful and vital act, this teaching creates an unconscious hierarchy. It places the giver in a position of power and the receiver in a position of weakness. But what if this is a misunderstanding of a fundamental law of nature? What if giving and receiving are not opposites, but two sides of the exact same coin? For every act of giving, there must be an act of receiving. They are an inseparable pair, like inhaling and exhaling. You cannot have one without the other. To constantly give without ever receiving is as unsustainable as constantly exhaling without ever inhaling. Eventually, you run out of air. To learn to receive with grace and gratitude is not an act of weakness. It is its own form of strength and a profound act of generosity. When you allow someone to help you, you are giving them the gift of making a difference. You are allowing them to experience the warmth and purpose that comes from giving. You are completing the circle, allowing the energy of love and care to flow freely. To refuse to receive is, in a way, to block that flow. It is to dam the river. It is to say, I am willing to give, but I am not willing to be the reason someone else gets to feel the joy of giving. It is like refusing a heartfelt compliment, which subtly invalidates the genuine feeling of the person offering it. To receive with an open heart is to honor the giver. It is to say, I see the love behind your action, and I am willing to take it in. I trust you. I value your care. Let's return to the image of the hand we explored earlier. We imagine the clenched fist of control and the effort it took to maintain it. And we imagine the profound relief of allowing that fist to slowly unfurl into an open, resting hand. Now, let's take that image one step further. The open hand is not just a hand that has let go. It is also a hand that is ready to receive. Palm up, fingers relaxed. It is a posture of acceptance, of trust, of welcome. What might it feel like to truly inhabit that posture in your life? To move from the clenched fist of I must do it myself to the open hand of I am ready to receive what is offered in love. This is not about becoming passive or helpless. The open hand is not a limp, lifeless hand. It is a conscious choice. It requires a different kind of strength. The strength to be vulnerable. The strength to admit a need. The strength to trust another person. This is the courage of the soft heart, which is in many ways far greater than the courage of the hardened warrior. It's the difference between a fortress with impenetrable walls and a home with an open door. The fortress may be safe, but it is also lonely and isolated. The home is vulnerable, but it is also filled with warmth, connection, and life. Learning to receive is learning to open the door to your home. You have spent a lifetime developing the muscles of giving, of doing, of managing. They are strong and well-toned. Now, you are being invited to develop a new set of muscles. The muscles of receiving, of allowing, of being cared for. Like any new exercise, it will feel awkward at first. You might feel a deep-seated resistance, a voice that screams, "This is wrong. I am losing." That is just the old story, the old habit, fighting to maintain its dominance. Acknowledge that voice with kindness. Thank it for trying to protect you. And then gently, consciously, choose the open hand anyway. Choose to receive the small things. A cup of tea made for you. An offer to carry the groceries. A hand to hold. Each time you receive with grace, you are strengthening that new muscle. You are rewriting the old script. You are practicing a new way of being. Let me offer you this compliment, and I want you to try to receive it fully, with an open hand. Your resilience has carried you through so much already. You have navigated challenges that would have broken many others. You have a deep well of strength within you that has been tested and proven time and time again. The very fact that you are here, listening to this, bravely facing these fears, is a testament to your incredible spirit. You have all the strength you need to learn this new way of being. This is not a journey that requires you to become someone else. It simply requires you to access a different part of the strong, capable, resilient person you already are. It is the part that knows how to be soft, the part that knows how to trust, the part that knows how to receive. That part has been there all along, waiting patiently. So, as you drift now, hold that image of the open hand in your mind. Feel its calm, receptive energy. It is not a hand of weakness. It is a hand of peace. It is a hand of connection. It is a hand that understands the sacred, circular flow of life, where giving and receiving are one and the same, like the two wings of a bird that allow it to soar. You are learning to use both your wings, and there is so much grace, so much freedom in that flight. Rest now. Let yourself be held. Let yourself receive the gift of this peace, this quiet, this moment of profound rest. As you rest in this peaceful state of receptivity, feeling the grace of the open hand, let's journey back in time for a moment. Let's reconnect with the true nature of your strength, a strength that goes far beyond the physical body. The fear of losing independence is often a fear of losing strength. But we have been defining strength too narrowly. We have equated it with physical power, with stamina, with the ability to perform tasks. But that is only one small, surface-level expression of strength. Your true, deep strength is something else entirely. It is the story of your survival, the testament of your spirit. Take a moment now to recall some of the challenges you have overcome in your life. Don't focus on the physical ones. Think of the challenges of the heart and the mind. The times of grief that felt like a winter that would never end. The periods of uncertainty when the path forward was completely obscured in fog. The moments of betrayal or disappointment that tested your ability to trust again. The long, hard days of work and responsibility, showing up even when you were exhausted. The quiet, personal battles that no one else ever knew you were fighting. You navigated all of that. You are here now, on the other side of all of those storms. How did you do it? It wasn't just physical prowess. It was something deeper. It was your resilience, the capacity of your spirit to bend without breaking, to feel pain without being destroyed by it, to find a flicker of hope in the deepest darkness. That is a profound strength. It was your courage, the courage to get out of bed on a morning when your heart was heavy, the courage to have a difficult conversation, the courage to take a risk, to try something new, to choose a different path. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to move forward even when fear is present. You have been courageous in 1,000 small and large ways throughout your life. That is a strength that does not fade with age. It was your wisdom. The wisdom gained from experience, from mistakes, from listening, from observing. The wisdom to know when to speak and when to be silent. The wisdom to let go of what you cannot control. The wisdom to forgive both others and yourself. This is a strength that actually grows over time. It is a treasure you have been accumulating with every year you have lived, and it was your humor. The ability to find a moment of lightness in a heavy situation, to laugh at yourself, to see the absurdity in life's challenges. Humor is a sign of a truly resilient spirit. It is a buoyant force that has kept you from sinking many times. This is your true arsenal of strength. Resilience, courage, wisdom, humor, love. These are the qualities that define the core of who you are. These are the strengths of your survivor spirit. This is the part of you that has always adapted, always found a way through, always endured. And this part of you has not gone anywhere. It is not located in your muscles or your joints. It resides in a place that time cannot touch. It is the very essence of your consciousness. So when the fear comes, the fear that you are getting weaker, you can gently correct that thought. You can say to yourself, my body may be changing, but my spirit's strength is unwavering. Let this affirmation settle into your being. My spirit is stronger than any challenge my body may face. This is not wishful thinking. It is the truth based on the evidence of your entire life. You have proven this to be true over and over again. You are a survivor. You are an adapter. You have an inner toolkit of spiritual and emotional strengths that is vast and deep. You are simply being asked to rely on a different set of tools now. For a long time, you may have relied on the hammer of physical effort and control. Now, you are being invited to discover the power of the other tools you've been carrying all along. The compass of your wisdom, the shield of your resilience, the light of your humor. The challenges ahead may be different, but the survivor in you is the same. The part of you that got through everything else is the same part that will get you through this. There is a deep, abiding confidence that can come from this recognition. It is a confidence that is not based on your physical performance, but on your spiritual character. It is the quiet knowing that no matter what comes, the core of you is more than a match for it. That you have the inner resources to navigate whatever life brings. Think of a seasoned ship captain. An old captain may not be able to climb the rigging as fast as a young sailor. They may not have the brute strength to haul the heaviest ropes. But who would you want at the helm in a storm? The young sailor, strong but inexperienced, or the old captain, who has weathered 100 gales, who knows the sea, who has a deep, intuitive understanding of the ship and the sky. The captain's true strength is not in their arms. It is in their wisdom, their experience, their calm, resilient spirit. You are that captain. Your body is the ship, and it may be showing the signs of a long and incredible voyage. But you, the captain, the spirit at the helm, are at the peak of your strength. You have never been wiser, never been more resilient, never been more courageous. This is the truth of who you are. So let go of the narrow, physical definition of strength. Release the fear that you are losing your power. You are not. You are simply being asked to source your power from a deeper, more reliable well. The well of your own unbreakable spirit. Rest in that knowledge. Feel the quiet, solid confidence it brings. Your spirit is strong. It has carried you this far, and it will carry you all the way home. Rest now, Captain. The sea is calm tonight. As you rest in the calm confidence of your spirit's strength, let's go even deeper. Let's journey past what you've done, past the challenges you've overcome, and ask a fundamental question. Who are you, really? Who are you beneath all the roles and capabilities? For a lifetime, you have identified with what you do. You were a parent, a worker, a spouse, a caregiver, a problem solver, a doer. These roles were like sets of clothing you wore. They were important, they were useful, they gave you a way to interact with the world. But the clothes are not the person. When the roles begin to change or fall away, there can be a moment of panic. If I am not what I do, then who am I? This is where we discover the unchanging core of you. This is where we find your essence. Your essence is the part of you that was there before any of the roles were assigned, and it will be there long after they are gone. It is the pure consciousness, the unique spark of life that is you. So, who is that person? You are the love you have shared. Think of all the love you have poured out into the world. The fierce, protective love for a child. The deep, companionable love for a partner. The warm, easy love for a friend. the quiet, gentle love for a pet. That love is not something you did. It is something you are. It is an energy that is radiated from you and has become a permanent part of the fabric of the universe. It lives on in the hearts of those you have touched. This love is a fundamental part of your essence. You are the stories you hold. Your life has been an epic novel, filled with countless chapters. Chapters of joy, of sorrow, of adventure, of peace. You are the living library of all those experiences. No one else has your exact collection of memories, your unique perspective on the world. This repository of stories is a treasure. It is who you are. You are the wisdom you've gained. This is not about facts or figures. It is the deep, intuitive knowing that comes from a life fully lived. The understanding of human nature, the patience, the perspective. This wisdom is a quality of your being, a gentle light that emanates from you. This is your essence. You are the laughter, the tears, the curiosity, the kindness. You are the unique blend of qualities that makes you, you. These things have nothing to do with your ability to walk a mile or balance a checkbook. They are the signature of your soul. Let's use an analogy to feel this more deeply. Imagine a great, majestic mountain. You have known this mountain your whole life. You have seen it in all weathers and all seasons. In the spring, it is covered in wildflowers and the sound of melting streams. In the summer, it stands strong and green under a bright blue sky. In the autumn, it is ablaze with colors of red and gold. In the winter, it is draped in a silent, pristine blanket of white snow. The weather on the mountain is constantly changing. There are days of brilliant sunshine, and there are days of violent thunderstorms. There is fog, there is wind, there is rain. But through all of it, does the mountain itself ever change? No. The mountain remains solid, majestic, whole. Its fundamental mountainness is constant, regardless of the weather on its surface. You are the mountain. Your body, your abilities, your circumstances, your feelings. These are the weather. They are the seasons. They are constantly changing, constantly in flux. They are real. They are important. They are part of your experience. But they are not the mountain itself. Your essential self, your core of being, is the mountain. The unchanging, solid, majestic presence that is simply here. The fear of losing your independence is the fear of a change in the weather. You are afraid of the winter. You are afraid of the storms. This is understandable. But tonight, we are remembering that you are not the weather. You are the mountain. The storm can rage upon your slopes. The snow can cover your peaks, but it cannot touch the solid rock of your core being. Your dignity, your worth, your essence. These are the granite of the mountain. They are immovable. Let this feeling of being the mountain settle into you. Feel its solidity in your bones. Feel its ancient, quiet patience. The mountain is not in a hurry. It does not fight the weather. It simply allows the weather to be what it is, knowing that its own nature is unchanging. Can you find that place in yourself? That quiet, observant, unchanging center that is simply aware of the changing weather of your life? That is your true home. That is your ultimate sanctuary. When you learn to rest in your identity as the mountain, the fear of the weather begins to lose its power. You can face the coming winter, not with terror, but with a quiet, deep acceptance. You can say, yes, this is the season of snow. It is beautiful in its own way. It is a time for quiet and rest. And I, the mountain, will still be here, when the spring comes again. This is the source of a profound and unshakable peace. A peace that is not dependent on circumstances being a certain way. A peace that comes from knowing deep in your bones that nothing and no one can take away your essential worth. You are not your abilities. You are not your roles. You are not your body. You are the loving, wise, resilient consciousness that is experiencing all of these things. You are the mountain, and your presence is a gift to this world, in all seasons, in all weathers. Rest in that solid truth now. Feel your own unshakable presence. You are whole. You are complete. You are eternal. Here, in this deep state of peace, resting in the solid truth of your own being, let's begin to gently weave together the threads of our journey tonight. We've traveled far, not across distance, but through layers of understanding, moving from fear to a new kind of freedom. We are not looking for a final answer or a perfect solution. We are simply integrating the wisdom we've uncovered, allowing it to settle into a new, more peaceful pattern within us. Think of it like a weaver at a loom. We have gathered several beautiful threads. There is the dark, strong thread of our acknowledged fears. The fear of losing control, of becoming invisible. We have honored its strength. There is the sturdy, earth-toned thread of normalization. The understanding that this is a universal human journey, not a personal failing. There is the bright, silver thread of a redefined dignity, one that is inherent in our being, not our doing. There is the soft, green thread of interdependence, the wisdom of the forest, where connection is strength. And there is the golden thread of our unchanging essence, the knowledge that we are the mountain, not the weather. Now, in this quiet moment, we are simply weaving them together. We are creating a new tapestry, a new story to wrap ourselves in. This new story doesn't deny the challenges. It doesn't pretend that the changes aren't real or that the journey isn't difficult. The dark thread of fear is still part of the pattern. It gives it depth and honesty. But it is no longer the only color. It is now woven alongside the gold of our essence and the silver of our true dignity. The new tapestry tells a more complete story. It is a story where you can be both dignified and dependent, where you can feel vulnerable and yet be profoundly strong in your spirit. A story where you can be both the person receiving care and the wise elder offering the gift of connection. It's a story where you can be strong and soft at the same time, understanding that these are not opposites, but partners. It is the soft ground that allows the strong tree to root. It is the strong riverbank that allows the soft water to flow. You are learning to be both. You are integrating the paradox. You can be the mountain, solid and unchanging in your core, while also being the gentle slope that graciously receives the rain. This integration is the heart of wisdom. It is moving beyond the black and white, all or nothing thinking of the fortress, and into the rich, nuanced, and colorful landscape of the forest. And in the heart of this new tapestry, let's plant a seed. It is the seed of trust. For so long, the ground of your being has been sown with the seeds of vigilance and control. Now, we are planting something new. It is a tiny seed, and it doesn't need to sprout all at once. We are just giving it a safe place to rest. This is a seed of trust in yourself. Trust that the resilient, courageous, wise survivor in you has what it takes to navigate what comes. Trust that you will find the strength you need when you need it, just as you always have. This is also a seed of trust in others, a tentative trust that you will be cared for with kindness and respect, a trust that allowing others to help can be a source of love, not a source of shame, that the root system will hold you. And finally, it is a seed of trust in life itself, a trust that there is a natural unfolding to things, a rhythm, a season, a trust that even in the winter of our lives, there is a purpose, a beauty, and a quiet grace to be found. You don't have to force this trust. You just have to create a small, warm space for the seed in your heart. Water it with your intention. Let the warmth of your breath be the sun that encourages it. Just let it be there, a quiet potential for a new kind of peace. Lastly, let's take a moment to honor the journey you have taken tonight. Thank yourself. Thank yourself for being brave enough to turn toward this deep fear instead of running from it. Thank your body for carrying you, for its lifetime of service, and for the wisdom it holds. Thank your heart for its capacity to feel, to grieve, and to love. Thank your mind for its willingness to question old stories and consider new ones. This inner work is some of the most important and courageous work a human being can do. You have shown up for yourself tonight in a profound way. This process of integration doesn't end when you fall asleep. In fact, the sleep state is where the deepest integration happens. As you drift off, your subconscious mind will continue to weave these threads to nurture that seed of trust. You have given it new instructions, a new blueprint. You have shown it a path away from panic and toward peace. Now, all you have to do is let go and allow the wise, healing intelligence of your deeper self to do its work. The new tapestry is being woven, even as you sleep. The seed is beginning to stir in the warm, dark earth of your soul. You have done enough. You have been brave enough. You are whole enough. The journey continues, but the work for tonight is complete. Rest now in the warmth of this new, more compassionate story you are weaving for yourself. The work is now done for tonight. You have walked a long and courageous path inward, and now is the time for complete and total rest. It is time to release the day, to release the thoughts, to release the very effort of this meditative journey, and simply invite the deep peace of sleep. All of the insights, the images, the new perspectives, they have been heard. They have been received by the deepest parts of you. You can let them go now, trusting that they are doing their work without any more conscious effort from you. Release the need to figure it all out right now. Release the need to remember every word or hold onto any particular feeling. Let it all go. Imagine all the thoughts of the evening are like beautiful, intricate sandcastles you have built on the shore of your mind. You can admire them for a moment, and then watch as the gentle tide of sleep comes in to smooth them all away, leaving the beach clean, clear, and peaceful for the morning. There is nothing more to do. There is nothing more to solve. Your only task now is to allow your body to grow heavy, to allow your mind to grow quiet, to allow the natural, healing rhythm of sleep to claim you. Let's begin a final gentle scan of the body, a soft blanket of awareness that invites every muscle to release into a profound state of relaxation. Bring your awareness to your feet. Feel them becoming warm and heavy, completely letting go of their duty to stand, to walk, to hold you up. Thank them for their service and give them permission to be completely at rest. Allow this wave of softness to drift up into your ankles and your calves. Feel all the tiny muscles in your lower legs letting go, melting into the surface beneath you. Let this warmth and heaviness flow into your knees and up through your thighs. These powerful muscles have carried you through your life. Now, they can be carried. Let them release their strength, their tension, their holding. Let them be soft and completely supported. Bring your awareness to your hips, your pelvis, and your lower back. This is an area where we often hold deep tension, the tension of being grounded, of being responsible. Invite this entire area to soften, to widen, to release its grip. Feel a deep sense of letting go in the very core of your body. Let the wave of relaxation continue up your spine. Feel it spreading across your stomach and your lower back, up through your rib cage. With each breath, feel your ribs gently expanding and then settling a little deeper into rest with each exhale. Allow your shoulders to feel heavy, as if gentle, warm weights are resting on them, encouraging them to drop away from your ears. Release the burden you have been carrying. It is not yours to hold tonight. Let the softness flow down your arms, through your elbows, into your forearms, all the way to your hands and the tips of your fingers. Your hands can now be completely still, resting, open, and at peace. Bring your awareness to your neck and your throat. Let go of any tightness there. Let go of all the unspoken words, all the effort of communication. Allow this area to be open and clear. Finally, let this profound relaxation saturate your head. Soften your jaw completely. Let your tongue rest gently in your mouth. Allow the tiny muscles around your eyes to smooth out, releasing the effort of seeing, of focusing. Soften your brow. Let your entire scalp feel relaxed. Your whole body is now in a state of deep, peaceful rest. Heavy, warm, and completely at ease. And as your body rests, you can offer a final, gentle reassurance to your mind. Like a kind parent speaking to a beloved child, you can say to yourself, "It's all right. You can rest now. There is nothing more to do. There is nothing more to solve. The night is here to hold you. The darkness is a safe blanket. The silence is a healing balm. Simply allow yourself to be held by the quiet of the night. You are safe. You are protected. You are worthy of this deep, unconditional rest. Every breath you take now is a gentle wave, carrying you further and further away from the shore of wakefulness, out into the vast, calm, healing ocean of sleep. There is no effort required, just a simple, soft, easy letting go. Trust the process. Your body knows how to sleep. Your mind knows how to rest. Just get out of the way and let peace do its work. The day is done. You have done well. Now, it is time for the gift of forgetting, the gift of release, the gift of sleep. Let it come. Let it hold you. Rest now. Rest deeply. The rhythm of your breath is now the only thing that matters. A slow, steady, ancient rhythm. Each breath, a gentle wave washing over the shore of your being. Each exhale, a quiet retreat, carrying away the last remnants of thought, leaving behind only peace. As you listen to my voice, you might notice your mind drifting further and further away, becoming soft and unfocused. That's okay. Just let it go. Allow the words to become like the sound of distant waves, a soothing, meaningless murmur that lulls you deeper and deeper into tranquility. There is a point on the edge of sleep where the great questions of life dissolve. The need for answers, for control, for certainty simply melts away. What is strength? What is dignity? In this space, they are no longer problems to be solved, but mysteries to be lived. Perhaps strength isn't about standing tall, but about knowing how to fall with grace. Perhaps dignity isn't about what we hold on to, but about what we are willing to release. What if the final act of a competent life is to learn the art of gracefully surrendering that competence? What if the ultimate expression of independence is to freely choose interdependence? These are not questions for your waking mind to wrestle with now. They are koans for your soul to contemplate in the silent wisdom of sleep. We spend so much of our lives building, striving, accumulating. We build careers, families, identities. We accumulate knowledge, possessions, experiences. We believe that this upward trajectory of more is the purpose of it all. But what if the second half of life has a different curriculum? What if the journey shifts from accumulation to distribution, from building to dismantling, from grasping to letting go? There is a profound beauty in this great undoing. It is not a failure or a tragedy. It is the natural, sacred completion of a cycle. The flower does not weep when its petals fall to the ground. It is simply completing its purpose, returning its beauty to the earth from which it came, making way for the seed. Perhaps the greatest dignity lies in participating in this cycle willingly, with an open heart, to see the release of our former selves not as a loss, but as a final, beautiful offering, an act of trust in the great, mysterious flow of life and death and life again. The forest does not mourn the falling of an ancient tree. It celebrates the opening in the canopy that allows new light to reach the forest floor, nurturing the next generation. In your softening, in your receiving, in your letting go, you are creating space. Space for others to step in. Space for a new kind of love to be expressed. Space for a new kind of wisdom to be born. Your journey into vulnerability is not just for you. It is a quiet, powerful teaching for everyone in your life. It shows them that there is a way to age with grace, to need with dignity, to be soft with courage. Your final chapters may not be a story of heroic deeds, but they can be a masterwork of heroic being, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, to find meaning and beauty even as the vessel that carries it grows fragile. The world does not need another fortress. It has plenty of those. What the world needs are more open hands, more soft hearts, more people who have learned the deep, quiet wisdom of the mountain that simply allows the weather to be what it is. And now, even these philosophical thoughts can fade. They are just the last, distant stars in a sky that is slowly giving way to the deep, dreamless dark of restorative sleep. The shore of wakefulness is far behind you now. You are drifting on a peaceful, silent sea. All is well. Everything is as it should be. Sleep is coming now, natural and easy. A gentle, welcome friend, arriving to take you by the hand and lead you into perfect rest. You are safe. You are whole. You are worthy of this peace. Rest now. Rest deeply.